Hello.
Hello, you're with Calling All Stations. Today we're doing something very exciting. We're going to play Transport Roullete London. Read out what we're actually going to do.
Oh, blimey, okay. In our massive compendium. Transport Roulette is to be played within the Oyster Zone. This area is sometimes defined by the London Rail Connections map. The aim of the game is simple, to take a journey through Greater London based completely on chance. There are no winners or losers in Transport Roulette, that is unless you end up in Penge. Nice little dig there at my hometown.
Good.
This is a game purely designed on helping you explore the city. It can be played solo or with any number of friends. In fact, here's a friend here.
Here's a friend.
The game is played out over several rounds using die to randomly determine all aspects of your travel, including mode of transport, direction and distance. For example, a round may instruct you to travel 5 stops north on the Bakerloo line or take the DLR towards Beckton for 3 stops. You may string as many rounds together as you like, though it's recommended to predetermine how many rounds you're going to do before you set off. How many are we going to do?
We're going to do 4.
4, right. Hopefully the die will take you further and further from your starting point, but don't be surprised if you end up going round in circles or even doubling back on yourself. This is a game of chance after all. So without any further fanfare, woohoo, and absolutely no more filling from us, let's start the adventure. Good luck. So choose your starting point. So we're
sort of near Oxford Circus.
Yes, so we have the potential to go, well, in any direction really, on the compass. So choose your starting point, this is us. Choose your maximum walking distance. Are you going to do it in time or distance?
So what I recommend doing is using the City Mapper app, and if you go on your location, it'll give you 15 minutes from your location. So we're going to probably base it roughly on that.
Yeah.
So I've already looked our rough distance and what is near, and the nearest tube is obviously Oxford Circus. The nearest rail station is Euston, but we'll probably discount that for this round. And obviously we've got bus stops nearby. So if you go to the next page, how to play a round.
Right, so to start off, a single die should be rolled to determine your method of transport for the round as below. For example, if you roll a 5, you're taking the bus. Once the method of transport is determined, please see the individual rules overleaf. There's a lot of rules.
It's a big manual.
For completing a round on that mode of transport. So, 1 is the tube, 2 is the overground or dangleway.
The cable car, by the way.
Cable car.
Somebody did ask me that yesterday at work.
3 is DLR or the tram. 4 is rail, 5 is bus, and 6 is a boat. If the mode of transport is unavailable at your location, roll again. So I've got some dice. So
the modes of transport at our location, we already know, is only tube and bus at this point. So we can only roll a 1 or a 2 on the on the first round.
Okay.
Right.
No, 1 or a 5. 1 or a 5. 1 or a 5. 6. 5. Right, that means we're getting on the bus.
Right, go to how to play a bus.
Assign the closest 6 bus stops alphabetically.
Yeah,
right,
so the closest 6.
Closest 6? Well, in which direction?
The closest 6.
Oh, okay. So,
it's going to be these 4, that one,
and that one,
I think. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay.
You remember that?
Yeah. This is better if you have City Mapper, by the way. This is really badly planned by us.
Well, you didn't tell me to get City Mapper. You told me to get some dice. Right, so...
6. Is that what? Is that furthest away one?
Which was... up there.
Right.
The Portland Place one.
We'll go there, and in the meantime, Victoria will download City Mapper so that I can film and do the next part of this. We're going to walk to that bus stop. See you very soon. Right, so we're at our bus stop.
It says, once you're at your bus stop, you will need to determine which bus to take. If only one bus departs from the stop, proceed straight to step 3.
There's 3 buses that we're going to count, the 88, the 453 and the C2. We'll treat that as just 2 for the sake of the dice. Obviously we're going to ignore the N18 because that's a night bus. So, what do we do?
Roll 4 die, that's right, 4, multiply the outcomes together and take the bus route that is closest to your result. Go away.
Blocking them. Oh, now we've got to do some maths.
So is this? Oh, they're all times by each other.
Yeah.
So 3 5s are 15. By 6 is
30, 90.
90 by 5
is
a lot. 450.
Oh, well, that's pretty much bang on. We're going to get the 453. Right. So the next part of it, I believe, is go back to 1 dice.
Yeah. Hold on.
This will get better, I promise.
Oh no. Roll 2 die to determine the number of stops. That's what you've said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Make
So-
sure they aren't locked.
Rolling 2 die.
Right, so we're going 9 stops on the 453. And we'll see you at the end of the 453. Well, we'll do 9 stops on the 453 and see where that takes us, and then we'll play another round. So, we got the 453.
We did.
Which is just behind us there. Now, I should say we were told to go 9 stops. However, the 453 was only going 6 stops. So if that happens, just go as far as you can, and that's your round complete.
That's the end.
So we're now outside Marylebone. So we've had a little look on City Mapper, and obviously the options now are another bus, tube at Marylebone, or a train at Marylebone. So I think it's
Exciting.
tube is 1. Rail is 4, bus is 5. So we're going to now roll again and start
We
a
need
new
a 1,
round.
4, or 5. Ooh, tube.
Tube, right. So if my memory serves me correctly, we'll have to go to the tube page because I can't remember it's either odd or even for direction. Now, if it was multiple lines, at Marylebone there's only the Bakerloo line. If it was multiple lines, there's another set of...
And you do it in alphabetical order.
Alphabetical order, sign the lines... in alphabetical order. But because we're at Marylebone, there's only one line, the Bakerloo line, so we can either go north or south. That's it.
So odd for north and even for south.
Roll the dice.
Odd. So we're going north.
We're going north. Right, roll 2 dice.
Roll 2 dice. Hold on. Let me
And see
add a
how far
dice.
we're going north on the Bakerloo line. I do like the Bakerloo line. Big fan of it. You don't like it, do you? Or was it Leah who said...
No, it's all right. It's all right. I prefer it to the Piccadilly.
8 stops on the Bakerloo line.
8 stops on the Bakerloo line.
Right then,
Going
that's
south.
going north.
Going north.
Going north.
Going north. I got such a dreadful memory. I can't remember. What
Right, so we're going to go into Marylebone Station and we're going to go north. See you later. Alright, so round 2 took us from Marylebone northbound on the Bakerloo line for 8 stops.
Yes.
And we're here at Wilson Junction, which is rather exciting because it's a little bit more of a complicated station. It's got the overground, it's got the tube, and I've written down all the bus stops that are near. So, without further ado...
So we need to roll a 1 for the tube, we need to roll a 2 for the overground, or 5 for a bus.
Go on then.
Give it a shake. 2, that means overground.
That's exciting because there are multiple overgrounds from here.
There are
So
special rules. So firstly, however, there is special...
Wilson Junction is a special station, so I've written a special bit of rules for Wilson Junction.
Special rules for Wilson Junction.
Because if you know Wilson Junction, there's upper and lower platforms on the overground.
So, the overground has upper and lower platforms, as you said. Before rolling to determine a compass point, roll in the following format. Odd for upper platforms and even for lower platforms.
We're on the lower platforms at the moment, so
give it a shake. And we've got even, which means lower platforms.
all right, so we can stay where we are. Right, so now we go back and play as normal and find out if we're carrying on north or we're going back south.
Odd is north and evens is south. That is evens.
Right, so we're going back into town again.
So we're going south. And now I shake it again for the number of stops.
Yes.
And that's just 1 dice, isn't it? Or
Yeah, 1 dice.
roll it again. 5 stops.
Back into town for 5 stops on the overground. Probably will take us back all the way to Euston. Well, this is something I thought might happen, is we get out so far and then the dice would actually tell us to go back in the same direction. It's a game of chances, what's going to happen. But we're here out at Wilson Junction. Catch us 5 stops later on the overground. So, having gone all the way out to Harrow and Wealdstone, which was, I thought, very exciting because I thought we may end up going either towards Stratford or Richmond, then the dice says go back the other way. So we're actually now at Euston, ultimately not far from where we started at Oxford Circus, But that's what the dice said, so we did it.
So we did it. We're behaving and doing exactly what we're told to do by fate.
Yeah. So, obviously we've got the tube at Euston, northern of the Victoria line. We've got back on the overground. We could end up back on that, I hope we're not. We have rail. Now, I'll get onto rail on the moment because obviously we don't want to end up in Birmingham. And buses. There are buses here. So if the dice rolls rail, what I've said in the rules is either discount it if it's leaving the city, the destination is leaving the city, or go as far as it does in the Oyster Zone, which is Watford Junction. So ultimately, still back where we've just come from. So it will be prudent not to roll rail or overground, but let's see what the dice does. Right, so it's 1 for tube, 2 for overground, 4 for rail, 5 for bus. Go.
No.
Roll again.
Bus.
Bus. I'm quite happy, I'm quite relieved about that. So I've already had a look at City Mapper. The closest bus stops are A, B, C, D, E, F, G, all in that order, because it's all like Euston bus station outside. So roll again, 1 to 6, see which bus stop.
A.
A. That's nice and easy. Right, City Mapper.
So what do I do?
Hit bus.
Hit bus.
Bus stop A.
Bus stop A, the 253 or the 168.
Great. Right, so now for buses, what you do is you roll 4 dice and multiply those numbers together. The closest one to the bus stop wins, and then you take that bus.
Right, 6 times 6 is 36, times 2, which is 72.
Yeah, times that by 4.
Hold on, I get a calculator because that's.
I'm going to tell you now, it's larger than 100 and something, isn't it? So it's going to be the 200 route, isn't it? It's going to be the.
Yeah, 72 times 4 is.
Large.
Lots of maths, yes.
It's going to be more than 300. So the closest route is
253.
So we're going to get the 253. Now, let's see how far we're going to go on the 253. So 2 dice, and we'll see how many stops we go on the 253. Whilst Victoria does that, if you roll, say, a 1 on a bus for how many stops, you can walk if you want.
Ready, so rolling
8.
8 stops.
We've rolled a lot of 8s. Right, so we're going to get the 253, we're going to go 8 stops, and that will be 4 rounds. And I think we'll go to the pub and consider if we'll play again.
It's not dodgy at all, is it? Euston Bookshop.
That's it. End of the first run. We've done 4 rounds, and the bus has taken as far as just north of Camden. What was it? 8 stops.
8
it's
stops.
Always 8.
But we've
you
had to go 9, haven't we?
We had to go 9 because the 8th stop was closed back there, so we've got to go to the next one. I'll show you where we are. Basically, a traffic jam. It's taken us ages to get here. And now we're going to go and find a pub and consider if we're going to do another game. So we've been playing London Transport Roulette. We started off at Oxford Circus, we got a bus to Marylebone, the Bakerloo line took us out to Willesden Junction, then the dice said go back into town, we ended up at Euston, and a bus which has now taken us up to just north of Camden.
So a journey that's taken about 2.5 hours could have been done in about 15 minutes.
We've seen some exciting things.
We've seen Willesden Junction!
Yeah. So we're going to go find a pub and maybe we'll do another round. Tell us what you think.